Along with Mary Michael Fusco here on Channel 15, and tonight's game is a big playoff game between the Rutland High Red Raiders, the Division I #1 seed in the tournament, going up against the Burlington High Seahorses. The Seahorses coming in here with a record of 3-17. They're the 16th seed in the tournament. The Raiders coming in as the #1 seed, 18-2 on the season. So there you go. That sets the stage for tonight's matchup here at Keefe Gymnasium. Pretty good crowd on hand. People still filing in here for this one. Now the winner of this game will play the winner of the Brattleboro-Middlebury playoff game. And that game will be played on Friday night. So if the Raiders do win tonight's game, they will be back here at Keefe Gymnasium at 7 o'clock on Friday night. We hope to have that on Channel 15. We'll do it that night, and it'll be broadcast at a later date on taped for a later telecast on Channel 15, your public access station here in Rutland. So that's the matchup. That's the setup for tonight's game here at Keefe between the Seahorses and the Raiders, and we'll be back momentarily for tonight's tip-off.
At guard, sophomore number 10, Christine Jakes. At forward, senior number 23, Molly Campbell. At forward, senior number 24, Christine Sheehan. At forward, junior number 25, Sarah Hale. At guard, junior number 32, Anna Hoppy. Burlington is coached by Mr. Bill Cheeseman. Now for Rutland Raiders. At guard, senior number 4, Carson Lowry. At forward, junior number 12, Asa Casella. At forward, junior number 13, Kayla Leonard. At guard, senior number 15, Brian White. And at guard, sophomore number 24, Katie Sullivan. Welcome coached by Mr. Todd Weissel. Tonight's officials, Mr. Greg Burlington, Matt Bell.
All right, here we are at Keefe for this playoff game between the Raiders and the Seahorses. Mark Carboneau along with Mary Michael Fusco tonight here on Channel 15 as we get ready for this one. To start the second season, it's tournament time here in girls basketball. Division I, number 1 seed Rutland entertaining the 16th seed Seahorses tonight from Burlington High School, as we have Kayla Leonard will be jumping center for the Raiders, number 13, and she'll go against number 23 for the Seahorses, Molly Campbell. So it's Campbell against Leonard as we get ready for this one from Keefe Gymnasium tonight. And this one is underway. Raiders control, ladder route, lays it up off the glass, and it's controlled by the Seahorses. On the rebound was Campbell for Burlington. Gets it to Jakes. And a Hoppy now. Back out to Campbell to Jakes. 25, and there is Sarah Hale. Gets it back to Campbell. Now she goes to Christine Sequin, number 24. 32 now with the ball. And a Hoppy on the drive. On the dish it down low. Back out Sarah Hale. And nice save in there by Jakes as Jakes brings it back out. 7:10 left, first quarter. Jakes on the drive. Shot up, and we got a whistle and a foul on the play. On the attempt was Sarah Hale. There's a foul on the Raiders. Leonard. First shot is good. Foul was on Kayla Leonard. That's her first of the ball game. First team foul on the Raiders. Second shot is up and good by Sarah Hale. Makes them both. Seahorses with the early lead. 7 minutes left here, first quarter of play from Keefe. Back the other way is ladder route. So they work it around. Here's Brianne White. Brianne back out on top. That's Leonard out to Sullivan. Over to White. Casella. Sullivan downtown. Got it. Three-pointer by Kaylee Sullivan with 6:33 left here in the first quarter. And the Raiders on top, 3-2 over the Seahorses. This is Campbell now. Goes over to Hale. Back out to Hoppy now as they go. That's Hale, 25. 24 is Sequin to Campbell. Looking for some help. And we got a travel. So the Seahorses will turn the ball over to the Raiders. The Raiders will inbound it here with 6:05 left in the first quarter. As Liza Casella inbounds at the ladder route. Carson on the drive to Brianne White. White dribbles out to Sullivan, and the Raiders work it around here. 5:52 left. Here's Brianne White from outside. Got the nice roll. Got the bounce back up against the backboard with the kiss is Brianne White. So it's a 5-2 ball game. Raiders have the 3-point lead. Campbell gets it to Hoppy. And wanted to go back to Campbell. The ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a Raider basketball here with 5:29 left first quarter. And the Raiders leading in this one 5-2. Ladder route. There's Brianne White. White driving the baseline. Gets it back to ladder route on the drive. Sullivan. Here's Brianne from outside. Ball tipped around. They got Burlington stepping out of bounds. Campbell went out of bounds. And it'll be Raider basketball as Hoppy checks out. In for the Seahorses is Macy Shappy, number 22. There's Latteroot from downtown. Got it. 7-2. Raiders with a 5-point lead. And back come the Seahorses. Campbell with it, working against Kayla Leonard out there for the Raiders. Campbell, number 23, with the ball. Over to Jakes. Jakes drives. Loses the handle. Latteroot back the other way. Nice ball handling by Latteroot. Gets it up and in. Carson Latteroot with the bucket. It's a 9-2 ball game. And Burlington calls a timeout with 4:34 left. We'll be back. We're still on? 20. Whew. I can take it. Back at Keefe, 4:34 left, first quarter of play. It's 9-2. Raiders with a 7-point lead over the Burlington High Seahorses here this evening at Keefe Gymnasium. Division I playoff action on Channel 15. Mark Carboneau along with Mary Michael Fusco this evening. So the Seahorses will inbound it. Shappy gets it in. Jakes on the dribble. Working against Casella. Good D there. Goes to Shappy. Driving the baseline. Nice block by Latteroot. On the baseline was Christine Sequin. Back the other way come the Raiders. Casella. Here's Brianne White. To Latteroot with 4 minutes left, first quarter. Casella. Here's White now. Back to Latteroot. Latteroot. Casella to Sullivan. They're just trying to set up here something so they can get the open man and build that lead. 9-2 with a 7-point lead right now. 3:37 left. And Latteroot looking for some help. Nice play defensively by the Seahorses. This sequence. Here's the shot, and it's controlled by Shappy of the Seahorses. Bringing it back is Jakes. As Jakes looks over the offense here. 3:13 left. First quarter play, the Raiders up 9-2. This is Campbell now. As she goes to Sequin. To Shappy. Not a lot of movement on that Burlington offense. Rather stagnant. Somebody try. Here's, well, we got a whistle and a foul in the lane as Christine Sequin on the drive. Followed by Brianne White. That's Brianne's first foul. Second. Sequin's got another one coming. Raiders with 2 team fouls. And Burlington yet to fall. As Sullivan will take a seat. Checking in for the Raiders as Jana Polgar. Second shot by Sequin is good. Got them both. And it's a 9-4 ball game. First quarter here with 2:45 left in the quarter. Casella. Down low to Leonard. Nice shot in the lane and good. That was a nice move in the lane by Leonard. And it's an 11-4 ball game. Back come the Seahorses. Trying to drive the base there was 25 Sarah Hale. Back out to Campbell. Back to Hale. Looking for help. There's a cutter. Nothing doing there. Campbell controls on the top. They get it back to Campbell now. Boy, Raiders with the tough man-to-man defense here. Oh, she got a wide open shot. I would have taken that one. Wow. All right, they go down low. This is Hale. Or Sequin, actually. In the lane with the cutter. And couldn't catch up to it was Campbell. Back the other way. Latteroot drives. Nice strip there by Jakes of the Seahorses on Latteroot. And Carson unable to finish the shot. Checking in for Burlington is the number 13, Rachel Franz. So Franz checks in for the Seahorses. Latteroot inbounds it, and Casella lost the handle on it. Turns it back over to Burlington. 11-4, Raiders with the lead. First quarter of play with 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the quarter. There's Hale. Yeah. Campbell drives the baseline, looking for help. Nice steal by Polgar, and back the other way. There's Latteroot on the drive. Shot is up and in. Polgar just checking into the ball game and gets the bucket. Jana with the shot. It's 13-4. Raiders on top. 1 minute left in the first. There's Jakes. Stepping it back out. Campbell. Over to Franz. Franz looking to go down low. This is Hale. Back out on top. They go to Shappy to Jakes. Here's Jakes on the drive in the lane. And nice block there by Leonard. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Seahorse basketball. 30 seconds left here in the first quarter of play. Gets it to Jakes. Almost a steal by Latteroot. They go to Hale. There's Campbell now. Campbell with the basketball. In the lane for the cutter, Shappy. And it goes out of bounds. It'll be off Burlington. So the Raiders will inbound it here with 10.3 seconds left in the first quarter of play. Wow. Now they got Latteroot stepping on the baseline. So with 1.8, Burlington will inbound it. And that'll do it. Jakes on the dribble. Ball is in her hands as the buzzer sounds. After 1 quarter of play from Keefe, it's the Raiders 13 and the Seahorses 4. All right, back at Keefe. And we get ready for the second quarter of play here. It's a 13-4 Raider lead over the Burlington High Seahorses in this Division I playoff game here from Keefe Gymnasium tonight. The Rutland High Red Raiders, the number 1 seed, defending champs in girls Division I basketball. The Raiders trying to get back to Patrick this year. All right, this is Jakes with the ball for Burlington as Franz has it, number 13 in the lane. There's the cutter, Campbell, and the bucket is good. 13-6 as Molly Campbell gets the basket for the Seahorses. 13-6 now the Raiders. Here's a long shot by Brianne White. Off the back of the iron, gets her own rebound. Over to Latteroot to Casella. Jana Polgar in there. Here's Brianne White again. Latteroot. A nice move in the lane there by Brianne. Gets the ball back out to Carson. Here's now they go to Liza Casella. Polgar on the drive. There's the cutting Latteroot, takes the jumper. Rebound is controlled by Jakes of Burlington. Got Franz, she had Franz ahead of her. And a steal back the other way as Latteroot skips it to Casella. Oh, man, I thought Liza should have lit that one up and decided against it. So the Raiders control it outside as Brianne White has it. Goes back to Casella to Polgar now. As the Raiders work it around in the lane. Brianne White off the glass. Follow-up is put back up by Megan Johnson, number 22 in the ball game for the Raiders. So Megan will go to the free throw line. Couple shots coming. The foul was on Sarah Hale. That's her first. Checking out is Casella for the Raiders. In the contest is number 3, Nisha Ballard for Rutland, and the second shot doesn't go as it's controlled by Campbell of the Seahorses. 13-6, 6:04 left here in the second quarter of play. Campbell almost lost it there. Latteroot was with the tough defense. Brianne White working against Shappy. Shappy getting it outside. Oh, I'll tell you, the Raider defense stifling. This is Franz with the basketball. Burlington High takes the timeout. We'll be right back after this one. It's the Raiders 13 and the Seahorses 6. Okay, back we are. 5:41 left here in the second quarter play as the Seahorses get ready to inbound it. Sequin gets it into Hoppy in the lane. The jumper gets the bounce. Anna Hoppy with the basket for Burlington. And it's a 13-8 ball game. Raiders with that slim 5-point lead here with 5:26 left in the second quarter. The Seahorses came out, looked like they were lost. It looked like the Raiders were going to run away with this one. And so far in the second quarter, Burlington has come out and stifled the Raiders a little bit here. Here's the defense. They're going to get Jakes with the foul as Christine Jakes picks up the personal. I believe that's her first of the ball game. That's the second, both teams with 2 team fouls here with 5:08 left in the second quarter. Polgar checks out. Sullivan back in for the Raiders. And Carson getting ready to inbound it. She goes out to Sullivan. This is Nisha Ballard. Ballard on the drive, number 3. Skips it out to Brianne White. Brianne looking for some help, finds Carson. And Carson Latteroot over to Brianne. 4:50 left in the second quarter. 13-8. Raider 5-point leaders. Ballard in the lane and rebound by Campbell of the Seahorses. 16th seeded Burlington High Seahorses coming in with a record of 3-17, and the Raiders in at 18-2. This is tournament time, and you can throw everything pretty much out the window. There's an open Hale along the baseline. Skips it back out. Nice block. Sequin going back to Hale now. Hale drives in the lane. Gets it back out. Hoppy now. Burlington playing a little ball control. Slow down here. Run some time. And it looks they're working for the good shot, basically. And I think this is what Burlington's going to have to do against the much quicker Raiders tonight. Very deliberate offense by the Seahorses right now. This is Jakes in the lane. We got a whistle and a foul. So the Seahorses will inbound it. Foul was on Ballard. That's her first. So Nisha picks up the personal. Third team foul against the Raiders with 3:35 left here in the second quarter of play. This is Campbell looking for help in the lane. Dishes it to Hoppy. Shot is off the iron. Ballard with a nice rebound for the Raiders to Latteroot to Sullivan. Skips it to Brienne White. Brienne goes back to Latteroot. Coming up on 3 minutes left here, second quarter. Wide open. Brienne with the jumper. Latteroot, nice rebound inside. We got a foul on the attempt by Latteroot. Third team foul on the Seahorses. Number 24, that's Sequin, picks up her first foul. At the line for the Raiders, Carson Latteroot. So Latteroot gets them both. It's a 15-8 ball game here with 3 minutes left in the second quarter. This is Hoppy over to Campbell. Seahorses back to the attack. Sequin over to Shappy. Shappy, dangerous pass. Hale got it. Goes to Sequin, back to Hale. Very deliberate Seahorse offense here. This is Shappy, nice steal. Ballard the other way, lays it up and in. Nisha Ballard with the steal and the bucket. 17-8 Raiders. Pretty play by Ballard. Puts the Raiders up by 9 here with 2:14 left in the second quarter. This is Campbell. Now they work it across to Shappy. Seahorses, a lot of time running off that clock, but if you're not putting points on the board, it's not going to help you. Tough Raider defense here. Outside. In the lane, the cutter, Campbell up and in. Pretty play by the Seahorses as Campbell cut through the lane, got the layup, and it's a 17-10 ball game. 1:25 left, second quarter. Back come the Raiders, and Sullivan controls to Latteroot. Ballard goes over to White. Brienne looking to make something happen here. Turnaround jumper's up and off the iron as the shot was up by Megan Johnson. Megan's shot went off the iron. Burlington High come back with the rebound, and they've got 50 seconds to work here. 17-10. Looking for some. There again. There's the cutter in the lane. This time it's Christine Sequin. And we got a whistle and a foul on the drive, so they'll send. She was in the act of shooting, so they're going to 2 shots. Foul was on Sullivan. That's her first. I think the Seahorses have made just about every foul shot this evening. Oh, I must have jinxed them because that one didn't go. The putback is up and in, and I'm not sure who got it. We'll give it to Campbell. And the scoreboard just went out, everything but the clock. So we're going to have a momentary, we'll take a short break and be right back. Back at Keefe, we had some technical difficulty here. We lost the scoreboard here at Keefe Gymnasium, but we're back in action. We got 36 seconds left in the second quarter of play. The Raiders are up 17-13, and the Raiders control with Latteroot Carson dribbling that basketball up over half court. Gets it to Ballard. They go to Sullivan. 25 seconds in the quarter. Raiders with a 4-point lead here. Somewhat of a surprise in this first half. Here's Sullivan, drives to the lane, and she gets hammered. So 15 seconds left. And at the free throw line will be Kaylee Sullivan for the Raiders. Checking back in is Jakes for the Seahorses. Comes in for Anna Hoppy. Second shot by Sullivan is no good. Campbell with the rebound. We're down to 12 seconds. This is Jakes trying to get by Ballard. Little push off there and gets away with it. Wanting to go in the lane. Raiders control. Here's Latteroot looking at the clock. Drives in, puts it up. And I'll tell you, that was a great attempt by Carson Latteroot trying to get the bucket before the half. But after one half of play from Keefe, it's the Raiders 18 and the Seahorses 13. Okay, back at Keefe here at second half action just underway as the Raiders will inbound it. And Carson Latteroot. Oh, we got a steal by Hoppy. Back the other way. Anna Hoppy puts it up off the glass. And a spirited Burlington Seahorse bunch here has drawn within 3 to start the second half at Keefe Gymnasium. 16th seeded Seahorses going up against the number 1 seed here, the Rutland High Red Raiders. Leonard in the lane, gets her own, whoop, I thought she had the rebound off the shot. Controlled by Campbell. And back the other way we go. Shot is up, and the attempt was no good. Rebounded by that was Sequin on the attempt for Burlington. Raiders back to the attack here as they whip it around. It goes to Brianne White. The Seahorses started slow, and they kind of crept their way back in. They stayed close. There's a shot. Brianne White, if she gets hot, I'll tell you, she could light up the scoreboard here in the second half if they keep getting the ball to her. 21-15 as a three-pointer over and back. It's a backcourt violation against the Seahorses, so it'll be Raider basketball. 21-15, 6:44 left here in the third quarter of play. As Latteroot controls. There's Casella. Goes to Brianne White down in the corner. Back out to Sullivan. To Casella. Goes up top now. Back to Casella. Wanted to go down low to Kayla Leonard. The ball goes out of bounds, but it went off. No, they're going to say it went off the Raiders. So it'll be Seahorse basketball as Sarah Hale will inbound it for Burlington, or at least looking to get it in there. She gets it into Campbell, Molly Campbell now. Goes to Jakes. Christine Jakes on the dribble. In the lane, loses it. Latteroot, back the other way, lays it up and in. And we got a timeout as Latteroot gets the bucket, and the Raiders go up 23-15. We'll be back. What's that? All right, 23-15 as the Raiders widen the gap there a little bit as they got a three-pointer from Brianne White and then a nice layup by Latteroot. So it's a 23-15 ball game. 5:54 left here, third quarter of play. Division I playoff action here. It's tournament time in girls basketball as Seahorses rolling it around here. They've picked up the tempo a little bit here. Looking for the cutter and it didn't get the handle on it. Back comes Latteroot. Didn't have the numbers. Sullivan outside gets Didn't get the bounce on that particular shot. Burlington rebounds with Molly Campbell picking up the rebound. The Raider fans wanted to travel, but they didn't get it on that particular trip. So here's Seahorses. Hoppy, Anna Hoppy in the lane. Scramble for the loose basketball, and it'll be Seahorse basketball. So they'll inbound it here with 5 minutes left in the third quarter. And no fouls in the first 3 minutes of this one in the second half. Along the baseline was Christine Jakes, and they lose the handle, but it goes off the Raiders, so it'll be Burlington basketball. So they'll put it in play here with 4:55 left, and a 23-15 lead for the Raiders. Now the Seahorses slowing it down. They're looking for some movement there in that Seahorse offense. They're going to kill some clock, and that's the style. They're slow down. Very deliberate offense, such as it was in the first half by the Seahorses. You're not going to run with the Raiders. You don't want to get into a running game because they'll run you right off the court. So going to take the approach of slowing the basketball down. Almost a 5-second call. He got ready to call that. She's got to advance the ball here at some point. Going to take the air right out of the ball here. Looks like a little Princeton basketball here. Raiders with the 23-15 lead, 3:51 left, third quarter. So it's a totally slow down game. Four-corner basketball, basically, but they're only keeping the ball outside, throwing it across. Of course, if you're behind, you really need some points on the board here at some point. This time is going to run out on you sooner or later. We're working down to 3 minutes. That's all right. You can pass the ball around all you want, but you got to put it in the basket. And Sullivan, Latteroot in the lane. She got fouled. Low-scoring affair here as Carson Latteroot will go to the charity stripe for the Raiders, and the foul was on number 25, Sarah Hale. That's her second personal. First team foul, first foul of the third quarter with 3 minutes and 12 seconds left in the quarter. Okay, second shot didn't go for Carson. She gets 1 of 2 for the Raiders, 24-15. And this is Christine Jakes bringing it up for Burlington. Gets it to Hoppy. They go to Hale. Well, she works against Latteroot to Hoppy. Tried to go in the lane, but that closed up. 2:45 left. Third quarter, skip pass in the lane. Wanted to go to Jakes, stolen away. Latteroot gets it to Brianne White. Brianne off the glass. Didn't get the shot. Foul on the play. And this will send Brianne White to the free throw line with 2:35 left here in the third quarter of play. And a chance for a couple of baskets here. And Brianne will have another one coming. They don't miss a lot of their free throws. Second shot's good. Brianne gets them both. 26-15. And Burlington, long pass, Jakes runs it down. Has Campbell in the underneath, it's good. Molly Campbell with the bucket. 26-17, Raiders. 2:20 left. Back to the attack here is White. Latteroot. Back outside to Brienne now. As they go to Casella. Sullivan. Latteroot. Stops. Brienne White. And got it. Three-pointer by Brienne White. 29-17, Raiders. 1:44 left here, third quarter. This is Campbell for Burlington. This is Hoppy now with the ball, Anna Hoppy. Oh, here's Campbell, drives, lost the handle. Back the other way, Brienne White, and she doesn't have the numbers. It's 1 against 4, so she holds it up. Sullivan in the lane, got a whistle and a foul on the play. Sullivan going to the free throw line for the Raiders. And to give that one to Anna Hoppy of the Seahorses. That's her second. Burlington's third team foul here in the second half. And in and out for Sullivan. Franz is back in for the Seahorses along with Macy Shappy. So Franz and Shappy back in. Anna Hoppy comes out for the Seahorses. Sullivan with the second shot. Boy, in and out on both attempts by Sullivan, but Shappy controls for Burlington now. 1:10 left, third quarter. Sequin on the drive. Under a minute to go here, third quarter. Back to the Seahorses working it around. Franz now looking for help. Hits it to Campbell. Campbell being hounded by Kayla Leonard. Tough D. And Leonard forces the 5-second call. She had nobody coming back to the basketball. As Campbell was in no man's land there. 29-17, we got 35 seconds left. Third quarter, Latteroot working the ball for the Raiders. Casella back outside. Raiders holding, they'll hold for that last shot here to end the third quarter. We're down to 15 seconds. Low scoring affair from Keefe Gymnasium tonight. Division I girls tournament basketball. On the drive, we go back outside, and Sullivan got it up. No basket. Nope, they're not going to count it. So after 3 quarters of play, it's the Raiders 29, the Seahorses 17. We'll be back.
9-1-3.
Back at Keefe, ready for the fourth quarter of play here tonight in this Division I tournament ball game between the Rutland High Red Raiders, the number 1 seed coming in here in defense of the Division I championship. And the Raiders looking to go back to Patrick, and they're about 8 minutes away from taking the next step, as a win here tonight against Burlington will get them back in action on Friday night here at Keefe Gymnasium. They'll play the winner of the Brattleboro-Middlebury game being played, I believe that's tonight or tomorrow night. And at any rate, they're looking to pretty good shape right now. 29-17 as Burlington tried to take the air out of the basketball in that third quarter, and all they did pretty much was run some time off the clock, put the ball back in the Raiders' hands, and the Raiders were able to score a few more points as Latteroot puts it up off the back of the iron and the Seahorses control as the Shappy brings it up. She Goes to Campbell, Molly Campbell now. They skip it outside to Sequin. Gets it to Franz. Seahorses controlling Campbell. Goes to Shappy. Not a lot of time for working around the basketball. They need some points in a hurry if they're going to make a run here in this last quarter. Whoa, they lost the handle. Campbell loses it out of bounds. It'll go back to the Raiders. You can see the frustration on Molly Campbell's face for the Seahorses. Look out, that was Sullivan from downtown. And Brianne White wanted to, she turned around and wanted that little jumper there. Didn't go for her, and the Seahorses will control. 6:35 left, fourth quarter, as Campbell comes back for the Seahorses to Shappy. In the lane, tough Raider defense has been basically the key tonight here in this one. 17 points, and that's it for Burlington thus far. The Raiders have shut them down. There's Campbell looking for some help. Boy, there's nobody in that lane, but there's nobody cutting to it either. Style of offense, this is great if you don't want to get blown out of a game, but it really doesn't. Tough Raider defense, really working tough out there for there you go. We got a timeout called by Burlington. The basket was good. It's 29-19 Raiders. We'll be back. Okay, back at Key, 5:43 left here in the contest. And it's a 10-point Raider lead, 29-19. That may seem close, but the Raiders have really totally dominated this one. Burlington not much on the scoreboard. So the Raiders start the weave here as they work it around. This is Brianne White, number 15. Brianne on the drive, puts it up, no foul. Underneath is a whistle and a foul on the play. Megan Johnson will, she's going to go to the charity stripe here with 5:19 left in the contest. And a chance for chance to add to that Raider lead. Second shot's good. Megan gets them both. And she adds to that Raider lead, 31-19. 5:15 left here in the contest. That was Shappy. Over to Campbell. That's Sarah Hale, number 25. Franz is in there looking for help. Wow. Tough defense. Nobody coming back to the ball. Finally she gets it out as Campbell now works against White. Dribbles in, lays it up. Tried to get her own rebound. And possession arrow will favor the Seahorses, so they'll stay right down at this end. The Raiders have not committed a single foul here. And and there's a foul. It was against Burlington. Franz will check out for the Seahorses. So the foul was on Rachel Franz. That was her fifth team foul. The Raiders have not committed any team or any fouls. They have no team fouls in the second half here. They've played some tough defense, and that is a credit to their defense that they have not fouled. Here's a jump. Tie up on the floor. It'll be possession arrow will favor the Raiders, so they'll inbound it here with 4:30 left. Oh, the attempt off the iron there. Hale controls for Burlington as Megan Johnson's attempt Doesn't go. It's 31-19 Raiders. And back come the Seahorses. Campbell wanted to go inside. Broken up nicely by Sullivan. Back the other way. Latteroot stops, pops. Got it. Carson Latteroot on that one, nothing but net. 33-19. There's Campbell now. Again, they want to go in the lane. There's that Raider defense. That's just smothering tonight. And White goes in and fouled by Hoppy. I think Anna thought she got all ball. I don't think she can, still doesn't believe it. And Brianne White at the line. She's got another one coming here with 3:45 left in the contest. 33-19, and it's been all Raiders tonight. So Brianne gets one of two. And checking out is Eliza Casella. Played a nice game. So Casella checks out. And Nisha Ballard checks in for the Raiders with 3:45 left. It's a 34-19 ball game here as the Raiders starting to pull away now. There's almost a steal. Campbell. And what do we got here? That's the first foul here in the second half against the Raiders. 3:32 left in the contest. Foul was against number 22, Megan Johnson of Rutland. So the Seahorses will inbound it. Checking in, Jana Polgar. Checking out is Megan Johnson. As Megan played a nice game here at Keefe this evening. They go down low. Campbell up with the shot, and she's fouled on the attempt. Going to give it to no, they're going to give it to Jana Polgar. That's her first. And at the charity stripe for the Seahorses is Molly Campbell. Campbell's second shot goes off the back of the iron, controlled by the Seahorses. Wanting to go inside. Back the other way. Here comes Hoppy. Anna Hoppy in the lane, puts it up, and she's fouled. And the foul is going to be on. Got a blocking foul on the Raiders. Hit two shots. She was in the act of shooting. So Hoppy's on the foul line. Foul was against, they're going to give it to Polgar. That's their second. And number 5 checking in, Lisa Ryan for the Raiders. Kaylee Sullivan checks out. Sullivan with a nice game for the Raiders as she heads to the Raider bench. At the line, Hoppy. Shot is up and in. 34-20. Raiders with the 14-point lead. A little bit of a surprise. It's tournament time and nobody gets blown out. Latteroot didn't fall for her. And Ryan scrambling there. It's going to be off the Seahorses. It'll be Raider basketball as Lisa Ryan's in. Nisha Ballard is in for the Raiders. Polgar and Latteroot and Brianne White. So that's the Raider lineup. Into Ballard, they go to Brianne White. As Brianne trying to get around the defense. Nice give and go. Little pass inside to Latteroot. Carson puts it off the glass and in. And it's a 16-point lead for the Raiders. Back to the attack, the Seahorses. 2:35 left in the contest. in for Chauncey Hamlin, number 11, as she's got the ball right now to Hoppy. Hamlin outside to Shappy. Hoppy in the lane, stops, pops, doesn't go, rebound Latteroot. Ahead of the pack, and White slows it down. Oh, she wanted to take the shot, back it out to Ryan now, to Latteroot. 157 in the contest. 36-20, Raiders on top. All by herself, Brianne White puts it up. Whoa, had a charging fall against, they called it on Brianne White. So we got some, Latteroot, Carson Latteroot checks out. Played a great game for the Raiders. Latteroot takes a seat, and checking in is Brittany Moore now, number 11 into the contest for the Raiders. Polgar's in there, Moore, Ryan, Ballard, and I think they get Ballard on the fall, Whistle and a fall on the drive. No, falls on Jenna Polgar. That's Jana's third. And checking out is Polgar. Checking in for the Raiders is Catherine Shomo. So Shomo in the ball game now for the Raiders. Shot from downtown. Christine Sequin hits the bucket for Burlington. 36-23. 1:20 left here. Cross court, it goes to White. Brienne in the lane, and we got a whistle and a fall on the shot. Number 21, Catherine Shomo, fouled on the play, so she'll step to the free throw line with 1:09 left here in the ball game. And Catherine will have another one coming. Second one's good. Shomo, Catherine Shomo gets the gets one of two at the charity stripe. Back the other way. This is Jakes from downtown. Got it. Well, they should have started shooting outside long before now here. 37-25. Less than a minute left in the contest, and we got a foul outside. Foul is number 24, Christine Sequin. So this will send Brianne White to the foul line for the Raiders. And Brianne gets them both. 30, actually, they'll make it a 39-25 ball game. Ryan, Ballard in the lane. She got hammered. I thought they were going to call a foul. It'll be a Raider basketball with 39.7 seconds left. As nice job there by Campbell, and also Sequin for the Burlington High Seahorses. A couple of subs in there now as number 34 is in. Shot is up and in. Nisha Ballard with the bucket. 41-25 with, here's Jakes back the other way. Didn't get the bounce. Tie up on the floor. It'll be Burlington basketball. So the Seahorses will inbound at 17.4 seconds left in this one. And the Raiders on top 41-25 as Shappy will come in. Sarah Hale checks out for Burlington. Christine Jakes from downtown. Well, she should have been throwing those up earlier for Burlington's sake, but it's 41-27, we're working it down, and 2-1, and that'll do it. So the Division I top-seeded Rutland High Red Raiders, the #1 seed in the tournament this year, play at home tonight. They win this one against the Burlington High Seahorses. The Seahorses coming in 3-17, and they were seeded number 16. So on paper, you would expect a lopsided game, or at least a one-sided score, one-sided type of game. And the Seahorses battled the Raiders, played a slow-down type game of basketball, took the air out of the ball in the third quarter, but tried to get closer. But the Raiders too strong, too quick for Burlington, smothering defense, and that was pretty much it. So the final from Keefe Gym tonight, the Raiders, defending Division I champion Raiders, 41, the Burlington High Seahorses 27. That's your final. I'd like to thank Mary Michael Fusco for the camera work tonight. Mark Carboneau saying so long, and we'll see you down the road.